Like, this is gonna be a 3-minute piece, guys. Have fun editing this shit. Atlanta is different than any place I've ever been in America, and I would say continues to feel that way. It's the hip-hop mecca of the world, and like I moved here because I'm a huge fan of hip-hop music, have been since I was a kid. I moved to Atlanta in 2001 with just like a hope and a dream to work with Outkast, but I had no connections. I had nothing. Like, it was just a young kid, like, I'm gonna come down here and make it, but it was not sexy for the first few years I lived down here. It was like, no one knew who I was, no one cared. Seeing a world I'd never seen before was really intriguing to me, and I wanted to be in the mix as much as possible. My neighbor at the time was out in the back of our apartment talking me up, like, hey, what's your name? Why are you here? Like, you know, tell me everything. I'm like, I'm Zach Wolfe, and I moved here to shoot hip hop. And she was like, oh, well, I am Little John's secretary. You should shoot some stuff for us. And at the time, I'm like, who the fuck's Little John? Like, I don't know who Little John is. Sure enough, that little encounter with her changed my life. Damn. That's the one right here. This photo jump-started everything. My passion to make it as a hip-hop photographer matched the passion of these guys wanting to be, you know, nationally known as rappers. So like there was like this common bond. We're in this together. We're gonna bust this door down. To be on the ground and see someone go from having no chance at life to signing like a $3 million record deal, and it's like, wow, this music is bigger than just music. It's just like it got into my soul. Dude, look at this shit. That's some real Atlanta shit right here, man. Fuck that shit. I'm about to put that on Instagram. That's happening, like, today. The motivation was to take pictures that made me excited, right? I wanted to freeze time. Like, I'm at some crazy show or whatever, I'm walking the streets. There's just an energy that comes with the hip hop scene in Atlanta that when you get to freeze it forever, it just feels special. Atlanta always showed me love. Love that I've never had felt before, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It was like, man, you're welcome, come in. Like, just the South is like just this like warm embrace, right? Again, I think it comes back to the whole idea of me being passionate about this and willing to do whatever. You could just see the fire in some of these guys' eyes. T.I. was the most intense human I ever met back in the day. You know, I saw him before the major success happened, and it was like, this guy is going to get what he wants, no question about it. There was just a whole collection of artists in Atlanta that were going to make it happen.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, like I've been in the weight room a little bit.
So I'm currently really attracted to shooting athletes. There's a parallel between music artists and, I would say more specifically, basketball players. When we're doing photos for the Atlanta Hawks, like, I'm DJing that. I am playing Atlanta rap all day. Music is so important.
You want some vibes?
Let's get it.
Yeah. Hold on, Donnie, let's get some vibes going. It's time, man.
That's our connection. I mean, come on. Tell me that shit's not fire right there.
Hey!
I have been on every block in this city, I promise you. I've scouted it all. I've kind of had a rebirth in like the city of Atlanta as far as like how I see it.
Hold on, I got you, hold that.
I mean, he is tiny in that frame, but I'm not mad at it. But I'm also a light chaser. So it's like you get to a point where you learn to not use lighting. I want to find the light. I don't want to make the light. Maybe I'll refine the light that's available with a reflector or a fucking newspaper under someone's chin, right? Like, those are the moments where you're like, ooh, like, that's better than all these lights in the studio.
Yo, pop the shirt off for this for a couple. With that texture, it's gonna be crazy. Keep the chains for sure. Fucking guns, maybe? I don't know. It might be cheesy, but I think like, no, it's not. Give me a little more swag in the face right there. Yeah. Yo, this shit's crazy, dude.
Part of that rawness also comes from me being a cinematographer now. I think if you get in a rut as a photographer, start shooting some video. It'll just rattle you in a good way and like change the way you see things. Cause I think every photographer can agree, man, you can get stuck and it's like, I'm doing the same shit over and over again. And it's tough to break that. I feel like I try to live in the now, right? Like I don't like looking in the past or the future. I really try to live in the moment, right? And like that's a big thing for me. So like doing this, I had a little bit of an emotional moment inside because I was like, holy shit, dude, like you've put some time in this city. You know what I mean? Like you've put blood, sweat, and tears into this. And it's like, man, I have done something. You know what I mean? Like I've done something with this camera. And it's cool, man. Sometimes I don't know my impact. It was just me with this dream. I guess I'm not motivated by fame. I'm not motivated by recognition. I'm not motivated by anything but that little tingling feeling I get when I get the shot. That's why I do this. I get hit up on Instagram almost daily from aspiring photographers. I had the same advice every time I get asked, what would you advise an aspiring young photographer? Shoot more photos than me. Shoot more photos than anyone. That's the answer. There is no other answer. Outshoot me, outshoot everyone. Everything else will fall into place. Shoot.